Alright, welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic Known Classics. This is episode number 1986 in Doubleshot number 1880. I have one Marvel trade, one Image trade. The Image one I'm probably not going to talk about very much. There's not really a lot with this one, so I'll talk about that next. First up it is Thor, Lord of Asgard. Well, that's what's basically titled the book at the time. Gods of Earth. This contains issues from Thor, Volume 2, issues 51 and 58, along with Iron Man, Volume 3, issue 64, and Avengers, Volume 3, number 63. Now, of course, Dan Jurgens does the main writing for the Thor book. Mike Grell was the writer for Iron Man, and, of course, Jeff Johns was doing, of course, Avengers. The last few issues in this book would basically take up this book, Iron Man, Avengers. Not going to be discussing those because I have technically discussed this already in a trade for Avengers Assemble. Most of the probably talk about issues 51 to 57 here. Now, Thor is taking up the position of, this happened with issue 31, I think it was. It happened when Dan Jurgens took over the book, that he decided to have Odin die in his first story arc. So Thor is taking position of as the All-Father, the ruler of Asgard. And so, basically, it's kind of an interesting story here, where, in case you're curious, though, does Thor fight any of his, regular bad guys in here? Not really, no. Most of this one, he just, deals with his position as the ruler of Asgard. Yep. By the way, and we also have a guest appearance in the story arc by Spider-Man. Yep, Spider-Man's here. Yep. Yeah, he's actually in here for a good chunk of the story. He basically sort of brought him to Asgard with the Secretary General. And Thor is basically just lamenting it's like a whole thing of him being the ruler of Asgard is heavy on his head. And we do a few other things here and there. It's still a pretty good story arc, all things considered. Of course, he brings the fact he used to be a hero. Of course, this is basically currently. And here's a fun fact. Did you know currently he's back being the ruler of Asgard? Yep. But the book is not called Lord of Asgard. Not really, no. That was a subtitle for the book. But that was not the official title. The official title of the book was still just Thor. Not the Mighty Thor, just simply Thor. For this story, by Dan Jurgens, it's pretty good. Give this book a 9.5 out of 10. Yep, he also finds out here about people who actually honor, who do worship him. And he kind of basically saves them. Yep. Alright, next up it is Spawn Origins Collection, book number 15. This collects issues number 87 and 82. This one doesn't have a lot going on with these issues. Not really, no. Also, in case you're curious, though, what months these issues came. By the way, the issues are written by Tom McFarlane and Brian Hoagland. Art by Greg Capullo. Danny Meeke does the artwork. The cover art for the trade is done by Clayton Crane. The covers, for mostly anyways, are done by Greg Capullo and Tom McFarlane. Issue 87 was done by Greg Capullo and Danny Meeke. This takes up from the time period of September 1999 to, get this, February of 2000. Yep, so basically with this book, we are out of the 1990s for Spawn. Awesome. Makes it like the third title. I basically reviewed for this YouTube channel, where basically I feel all the issues for a particular ongoing series that came back in the 1990s. Mostly put, he just basically deals with minor things going on in his life. The biggest thing that happens in this book is the ending of issue 82 with the return of Angela. There's also with Castiglione, a character who, like Angela, who's a creation of Neil Gaiman, who actually still occasionally appears in Spawn, but not Angela anymore. Nope. Yeah, it'd be interesting to talk about basically what happens for issue 100. I'll discuss probably about that in volume 16. Not really a lot going on with this one per se. No, not particularly. It just basically Spawn. Just deal with just some domestic stuff. Like when I was rereading this recently, because I read these issues some years ago, they're not terrible per se. It just seems like not a lot happens to these issues. That's the honest truth about this book. Not a lot happens here. I'm gonna give this book roughly be nice, we give it 8.5 out of 10. Things might change when I discuss. I do have another Spawn Orange collection, but that's actually volume 23. I don't have volume 16 yet, but I'll probably get in the future. Okay, so that's it for Sick Review, and well, stay tuned for more videos later on today. Well, see you there. Bye.